Hello, Mr. Punk. Wake up time for a review. Are they new speakers? You were up very late playing with your amplifier. It was very loud. Is it a new one? You are up early today. Are we going down Punk Town today looking for new stuff, Mr. Punk?
Morning AI, and yes AI, they are new speakers and a new amplifier. Well, new to me anyway, 'cause they are vintage. So yeah, AI, and they wasn't that loud AI, I was just doing a bit of testing, a bit of critical listening, putting the old amp and speakers through their paces, so it weren't that loud AI. And yeah, after the show, we'll go down Punktown and see if we can find any high-end audio collectibles. So let's crack on with the show. So today we have the Leak 600 series, the sandwich speaker from the early 1970s, a three-way speaker, a lovely speaker, a big monster of a speaker. I do have a pair of them, but I'm only showing you this one because the other one is on the other side of the room. But I am not moving them to make a video. These leaks weigh an absolute ton, and I am just a normal man. I do not compete in the world's strongest punk competition, lifting the Atlas stones for a living, so the other leak can say where it is. So yeah, the Leak Sandwich, what a magnificent set of speakers from the early 70s. You only need to look at them to see how old they are. These was made by a man in a shed or a workshop, maybe at the bottom of his garden. They probably had a flat cap on and a nice old set of overalls to protect their Sunday best clothes. They probably had a pencil behind their ear, and they stopped at 12 o'clock, and their lovely wife bought them a ploughman's lunch to eat in their shed with a lovely cup of tea, and then they went back to work on the Leak Sandwich. So you only need to look at these to see they wasn't built to go in the show home. They wasn't built as a designer speaker. These speakers were built for the normal people, to have the mates round and have a big jolly party with the pumping tunes coming from the Leak Sandwich 600 series. So these Leaks, they are a really good sounding speaker. You put these on the right amplifier, they sound absolutely amazing. And you can get your hands on these for not a lot of money. I think there is quite a lot that goes against the Leak Sandwich, which keeps the value down. The first thing is, just look at them. Most people with an old lady cannot have the Leak Sandwich indoors. They show them to the missus, and the missus says, "I am not having them in my lovely newly decorated lounge. Just look at the state of them." So yeah, a lot of people are not allowed to have the Leak Sandwich. And also, they are really heavy. So if you are selling these on eBay, people have to come and collect them, which keeps the price down. You cannot walk down the post office with a Leak Sandwich under each arm and walk in the post office and go, "Second class delivery on a pair of Leak Sandwich, please." It is just not happening, so they have to be collected. So all that goes against the price of the Leaks. So for what you get for the money, these Leaks are an absolute bargain, 'cause they should make a lot more money, but it's all going against the Leaks. So if you are lucky enough, and the missus is a bit of a vintage audio fan, and you are allowed to have a set indoors, then I would recommend a set of these, especially if you haven't got a ton of money, because these don't make that much money, and on the right amplifier they are absolutely fantastic. They sound nice at low levels, but if you want a bit of a Friday night, Saturday night rock the house, Turn these leaks up, and yeah, these things really pump. For an old speaker from the early 70s, these things absolutely kick some bass, I'm telling you. If you like a bit of bass, these leaks are for you. Hey, Hi-Fi, we like these leak sandwich, don't we, mate? Cool, yeah, love these leaks. Sometimes when you're out, I'll put on AC/DC for 'em and turn it up really loud, get the old windows rattling in the house. Oh, do you now, Hi-Fi, do you now? Is that why the neighbours always giving me funny looks? 'Cause of you turning it up too loud, is it? And also, I think these are really reliable, because I'm pretty sure mine come from a fairground. Because I went to the auction with a mate and there was all fairground stuff there, from the winter goldfish stall to the waltzers, and all that was for sale. And in amongst it all was these lovely leek sandwich, which I had a little bid on and ended up taking them home. So I think they must have been used on the waltzer, playing whatever music the man wanted to play on his waltzer. Or they was in the ghost train, playing the hooter noise as you went round in your car. But I definitely think they came from the fairground, so they have probably had a hard life, playing the music on the waltzer, or playing whatever music the man on the bumper car liked to listen to. 'Cause they could have been on there, or in the ghost train playing the hooter noise for 12 hours a day for years and years. So yeah, these leaks have took all that, and I have never done anything to them, and they still sound absolutely wonderful. And not a lot of speakers would have took that. A lot of speakers would have lasted 6 months at the fairground and they would be sounding absolutely terrible. But not the leek sandwich. They was built to last. They have also taken me and Hi-Fi having many a party and cranking up the leek sandwich very loud, and they have took all that and they are still going strong. So these leeks are very well made. I would recommend. I can't vouch for every set of leek sandwich out there, but I can vouch for my ones have been one of the most reliable speakers I have ever had. And that driver isn't small. That big silver driver, that is 13 inches across. So that can really pump some bass out of it, I'll tell you. If you like bassy music, these speakers are fantastic. But also they're nice with the female vocals and the not so bassy music. Whereas a lot of speakers don't do both types of music. These leaks, they do it all, and they do it all very, very well. I have found them a little bit fussy. You can put them on the wrong amplifier, and alright, they sound okay, but you get them on the right amplifier and suddenly they come to life and sound absolutely fantastic. So they are a little bit fussy. I normally run these on a big Pioneer SX7730. It's a nice old one with a black face, big monster amp. Yeah, that drives these well. Also, I run these on a NAD 7060. That's quite a big beast of an amplifier, and that NAD can really kick some good sound out of these leaks as well. I've also got a Sansui A80, and yeah, put these leaks on that, it'll crank out a good bit of sound. And also, at the moment, I'm running them on an Akai AA1050. That's a bit of a monster amp. And that Akai and these leaks, yeah, that is a very good match. And it's got a lovely sound through these leaks coming from that Akai. And also, a lot of modern amps. I've got an Arcam, a Denon, a few more modern ones. These leaks work well on them. So it all sort of depends on what amplifier you got. I do find if you put these on something low power, 10 watts, something like that, doesn't really do them justice. These need something that is kicking out a little bit of power. They don't need a ton of power. They don't need 100 watts. I don't think they can handle 100 watts. They want like 30, 40, 50 watts banging through them. That's like the sweet spot for these leaks. So all depends on your amplifier. And there's thousands and thousands of amplifiers out there, but if you've got one with a little bit of power, these leaks might just be worth a go, because on the right amplifier, these things take some beating, I'm telling you, they really do. But if your amp is low power, 8 watt, 10 watt, I wouldn't really put these leaks on it, because they might sound alright, but they won't sound like they can with something with a bit of punch running through it. So if you are looking at these leak sandwich 600s and thinking, cool, I like the look of them, you can put the fronts on them. The fronts are plain black, but I never do. I like these girls with the fronts off, they look better. So yeah, if you're looking at them thinking, I like them, and you're thinking, yeah, my amplifier has got a bit of punch to it, and you also have the room for them indoors, because they take up a bit of space, and also if you are lucky enough to have the old lady who loves a bit of vintage hi-fi, and you are allowed to have a set of these in the lounge, I would highly recommend it, because for the money, these things are really hard to beat. And best of all, on a Friday or Saturday night, you'll be able to have the mates round and have a big rocking down the house party and the lounge dancing in the socks to the lovely tones of the vintage leek sandwich 600 series.